Hi, happy Friday. It's Julie Veitch, owner of Inner Core Coaching, career and life transformation coach. And I wanted to do a live stream today because it's a good day to do it. It's a rainy, gray Friday. And just been spending some time reflecting on my week. And last night I had a really cool thought about change and creating change and moving out of our comfort zones. And this was in response to a question that I received after a live stream that I did this week on comfort zones and moving out of our comfort zones and why it's necessary to move out of our comfort zones to actually grow and expand and really move into what we want to create in our lives and in our work. So I had this image of and this is a metaphor, and I want to say before I share it with you that metaphors are hugely, hugely powerful because humans think in pictures. And whenever you have an image arise, pay attention because it usually has a really important message for you. So this picture that arose in my mind as I was thinking about this was a bird that is in a nest with its mother and with its other siblings just after it's born, and in this comfortable, warm, welcoming, and homey nest, this bird stays until it's no longer until it's time for it to actually leave the nest. And when the bird leaves the nest, it takes the leap and it starts to fly. It's never flown before, and it reminds me of that quote, take the leap and build your wings on the way down. And this is exactly what a small bird will do, is it'll take the leap and it'll find itself airborne and in a place of unfamiliar, unknown territory, and instinctively will build its wings and figure out that it has wings and start to adapt to the environment on the way down. And so when I look at this metaphor in terms of creating change and creating something that we really want to create in our lives, and specifically because I've worked with so many clients in creating a new livelihood, changing careers and transitioning into something new for themselves, it's very, very scary. And the biggest, most scariest element is the fear of the unknown. And there isn't a human on the planet that isn't afraid of the unknown because we base our reality on what we know and on past evidence. So we can't see into the future because it's not known. So if we think of this metaphor and we think of taking a leap, taking a step, moving in some way out of our comfort zone, it's very scary because we just simply do not know what to expect and what's out there waiting for us. And however, if you can think of an instance in your life where you did step out, you did something that you were unfamiliar with, and you did take a leap, even in a small way, maybe you took a small step into the unknown, you discovered that you do have wings and that you did have the resources that you needed to actually carry you. And if we think of taking a step toward creating something new and building our wings on our way down, as we take the step out, we will feel that airborne feeling where we experience this this feeling of being suspended in an unknown space and place. And it's in those moments of suspension that we draw on our resources most instinctively and most naturally to actually recognize the wings that we do have and start cultivating and building those wings on our way down, on our way forward. And I had this, as I was imagining all the steps I've taken and continue to take every day, stepping out of my comfort zone and building my wings, there is indeed something that carries me. And it's this faith that is slowly building. The more I recognize my wings, access my wings, and access the resources that are actually carrying me, the more I cultivate my faith that I'm okay. And suddenly the scary thing doesn't seem so scary anymore. And so there's like this tipping of the scale between having previously allowed the fear to immobilize me, to prevent me from making change, to prevent me from doing the thing that I'm afraid to do, and have that fear be countered by an elevated degree of faith that is building every time I take a small step forward. So my invitation to you is to consider that. And if it's not this metaphor, consider your own metaphor that represents what it's like for you to step into the unknown and be airborne and discover that you're still okay. And realize that it's not as scary as you once thought it was, because the unknown has now become the known in the moment that you do it. And, you know, this obstacle of fearing the unknown is one of the biggest umbrella obstacles that keeps us immobilized, immoving. It's not really a word, but not moving and staying stagnant and stuck in a job we don't love, in a situation we don't love, in a career we don't really resonate with, that doesn't fulfill us and have meaning for us. So yeah, the invitation for you is just to see what that feels like for you, and what's one small step that you can take to really kind of play with this and experiment with it. And if you are interested in having a look, to look more deeply into the obstacle and the obstacles of fear that really prevent us from moving forward, I've created a free resource that actually helps you to overcome the common obstacles that keep you stuck in a job that you don't love specifically. And because that's my story, that's my journey, and because I now support women and men to create a new livelihood that really is going to fulfill their passion, it requires that you step out of that comfort zone. So if you are interested in receiving this free resource, please type in, whether you're watching now or as a replay, type in below, yes, please, free resource, please, and let me know, because it's being published right now, so it'll be ready, and I'll make sure that I get it to you. All right, so happy Friday, and enjoy the journey, and you know, just really embrace that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And, you know, let's build that faith muscle together. Take care. Bye-bye.